What's up, y'all? This is Jay Winfield back at it again, this time with a review of the movie Dune, directed by my favorite director of today, Denis Villeneuve. I've been anticipating this movie along with a lot of other people for years now. The difference is I was not one of the many people who followed the book. I've heard many great things about the book over the years, ever since I was in high school. I want to say it was the first time I heard about the book, but I never got a chance to really sit down and read it. Met some new friends, and they have this huge, awesome book collection, and just so happened to have Dune. Decided to let me borrow it. I tried to read a whole lot, as much as I could before watching the movie. I did get pretty much halfway through the book before finally going and watch the movie, which was perfect because the movie only covers about half the book. First of all, I want to say that I think after reading this book, it is really gutsy and a real tough task to take this story and translate it to the big screen into a movie, because there's so much information about the characters, about these planets, about these people, a lot of things going on, and in the book it explains everything. I never watched the original, the first adaptation that came out in '84. I never watched that one because I honestly didn't know about it. I can't really judge that movie, one, because I didn't really see it, but that's that's hard. Like, it takes some real guts to even attempt something like that. I feel like if there's anybody you could trust right now with trying to be as accurate as you possibly can, and maybe including things that are important to not just new audiences but readers of the book, I think Denis is the guy. For starters, the movie looks amazing. uh, Me and my fiance, we've been going to drive-in theaters since the pandemic, just because it just. But for this movie, we had to go to an indoor theater with a big screen. Well, at least I had to. I wanted to. I made it a point because, like, this movie's gonna look amazing. I need to see it in like the best quality possible. I just had to. We found a theater that wasn't crowded at all, and they was in the middle of the week, a regular weekday, so that was cool, and it was an awesome experience to see that on the big screen, and just the way everything was shot, like the spaceships, the planets, and the characters, and from their perspective, it made everything look so huge. The sandworms, a lot of things were even better than I imagined from the book. The book did a great job of explaining things, but I purposely didn't watch the Dune trailer because I just wanted to surprise myself. The Harkonnens look so much more intimidating than I pictured reading the book, which is awesome. Thought the casting was perfect. Paul played Jessica for the Duke, for the Baron, everybody. It was perfect, and that's another thing that I love about Denis. He has never failed me when it came to a cast. It could even be actors that I'm not necessarily a fan of. He puts them in these certain roles specifically with them in mind, it seems, and they kill it every time. A lot of the actors that are in his movies, they give arguably their best performance of their career, at least just from what I see. I feel like that is not just a credit to them, of course, to them for doing the work, but a credit to Denis that he brings that out of so many actors and every single time. But yeah, I'm not sure where Dune ranks as far as my favorite movies from him yet, because it's still so fresh. I've watched it twice. I enjoyed it even more the second time. My favorite movie from him up to now has been Sicario, which I feel like of all his movies, that one doesn't get talked about nearly enough. It's insane. This one definitely is up there, somewhere in the top five between, you know, Sicario, Arrival, Prisoners, Blade Runner 2049, Enemy. It's it's up there for sure. A lot of people I know love Doom. Some people I know, they say they couldn't get into it, and that's completely Not everything is for everybody. It's completely understandable. I was wondering how the film would come across to someone who hasn't read the book. I feel like there's always going to be questions about a movie like this because the story has so much in it. A lot of us, I feel like we have a short attention span now because of social media and everything is just quick access. A lot of these movies kind of cater to that as well. It's just, non-stop action. It's all about entertainment and all that stuff is cool. I enjoyed the build up. I still do. And I appreciate all kinds of movies, but I feel like I'm glad that it's not just, oh, we're just gonna bunch, just straight up non-stop action from beginning to end. I don't need that all the time. There's a place for all of these movies, and Dune, the story isn't like that in the book. Like the book is definitely, it's a slow build, and the thing is, but I enjoy it explaining everything that I need to know. So then when things do pop off, it's like, oh, okay, I like to have a genuine understanding of all these characters. In order to establish those things, you're gonna have to draw it out a little bit. It has to be drawn out. There's a lot of things in the book that aren't in the movie. Like even the first half. If you were to put everything that was explained in the book, in the first half of the book, in this movie, the movie would be at least 5 hours long. And it's not that the book is necessarily that long, it's just they do have it does have a lot of information in it. I definitely love this movie a whole lot. Shout out to Hans Zimmer, who never fails, ever. I mean, when has Hans Zimmer failed? Let me know how you felt about Dune and what other movies you're looking forward to and any other suggestions you'd have for me to talk about. And thanks for tuning in to this video. Y'all have a good one. Peace.